Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Dougie. Today I'm going to just show you how to do a nice easy fried rice. You can change out any of the ingredients. I'm using a pork product, about a half pound, but you could use shrimp, chicken, however you like it. This is just how I do it and throw it together. There's a couple of key things with fried rice. That one of the best ways to do it is to have leftover rice, cold rice, because it won't be as gummy as you cook it. Won't put out all the starch. So I cook it ahead a few hours earlier and just stash it to the side. So these are going to be all the ingredients that I'm using today, but like I said, yours could vary a lot. Come take a look. I've got some cured pork, about a half pound. I've got one bunch of green onions. I've got about a quarter pound of some snow peas. Got to have some peas and carrots. I've got some fresh carrots too. I've got one stalk of celery, big one that I just chopped up, and a half of an onion, and about 5 cloves of garlic that I chopped up, and 3 eggs. And I started with a cup and a half of basmati rice to about a little bit less than 3 cups of water, and that's what I've got. So I've got a hot stove. We're going to get the pork moving in here. I'll show you the steps, but it's going to happen real fast. Here we go. Pork, about a half pound. It could be ham, whatever you have. This is a little cured pork shoulder. We're just going to get it sweating here. You have some other hard vegetables, like the celery, the carrots, that need a little bit of oompa. We've got a half of an onion. And the garlic. Now, these things are going to cook. While these things are cooking, I'm going to crack my eggs. Okay, the eggs are on standby. They're all whipped up. We're going to give this a stir. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to cook this pretty much through and then set it aside and then oil the pan, put the eggs in there, cook the eggs, put them aside, and then wipe out the pan a little bit and then put in a little more oil and then let the rice set in there. And then we want to kind of crisp up the rice on one side. We'll put it together. It'll be nice. This is almost there. It doesn't need that far. You want a little bit of crunch, al dente. But it's smelling good. Okay, the onions are starting to get translucent. We'll give it a little bit more. We want the celery to have that little bit of tenderness, but still the crunch. Okay, gang, these are translucent. They're cooking good. We're going to pull these out, set them aside for a moment. Turn my heat down a little bit. A little bit of oil to work with the eggs. Maybe a tablespoon. Okay, I'm going to take these off. Wet paper towel. Nothing too fancy. And we're going to oil again and get ready for the rice. But this time I put about 4 tablespoons of oil. You essentially want to fry it a little bit. So get it nice and hot. That's plenty for both sides. See how the rice is it's nice and cold. What's really nice about this meal is you could use it with a lot of leftovers, incorporate them into it. And if you do the prep ahead, all those items, and have them set up the day before when you get home from work, you can put this meal together in less than 30 minutes. And it's super cheap. And there's no rules with it. You use what you have, and it works well. So we're going to let this rice start to crisp up a bit on the bottom before we turn it, and then add some soy sauce and some sesame oil and our other ingredients all into it and bring it together. Okay, we've been going a couple of minutes here. I'm going to give it a push. And then spread it out evenly. And we'll let that continue to do its thing. What I'm going to do is I'll throw my peas and carrots on top. Let them start heating. Our snow peas. And after I stir it around again, we'll put the hot things back in there and bring it all together. But right now, let's add a little soy. I got a little light, a sodium light. This is all up to you how much soy you like. Sesame oil, key. Need a couple tablespoons of that. We'll taste it at the end and see if we need to adjust it. Okay, we're going to give a toss. Oh yeah. See a little bit of crust that it's getting. Oh, I can smell the sesame oil. All right, let's throw the hot stuff back in here. I'm going in like 2 to 3 minute intervals of moving this around because I want to crisp it up on the bottom a bit. And that's all going to depend on what your stove, BTU, whatever, electricity or however. But just be patient. You'll know your stove. You saw I just get a little bit of crust on it. Not burnt, just a little crust. So this has probably just got like a couple minutes left and we're going to be trying it out. See that? That's what you're looking for.
I would have all my rice on the floor at this point.
That is you. It's not me. Okay, after it does its magic on this side, we're gonna serve it. And all I'm gonna do is top it with some scallions on top.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready to try this out. I'm serving this tonight with the Pelehu ribs, which are in our library, and we'll post a link to that. And check this out. I mean, it's not mushy at all. It's falling apart the way it should. And we're gonna garnish it with some scallions and then serve it up. Okay, so we'll give the rice a try. Very good. And I also added another tablespoon of soy sauce and a teaspoon of sesame oil because I tasted it at the end and just adjusted it just to make sure that's right. Thank you very much for viewing it. Thank you for subscribing. Tell your friends, tell your loves, and peace out.